everybody and welcome back to the channel. It feels like ages since we did one of these videos, but it was only just the other day that we did a match reaction to the Manchester United and Nottingham Forest match. But we are back today with a pre-match video for the game against Tottenham on Saturday at 12:30. I think, in my opinion, this is a must win game. We need to pick up 3 points in this game to really cement our plans this season to get top four. I think there's no reason why we can't get top four. We've started off really well. We look like a dangerous team. Our players are looking dangerous. We're improving every week, it seems. So I feel like now we should really try, and there is no reason why we over Tottenham cannot go for top four, and this is a big game on the way into that. So I really hope that we can. So I thought I would love to jump on and do a pre-match video with you. What I will be talking about is I'll be talking about both teams, the form in and out of the league at the moment now. Then I will be giving you some interesting facts about it. We'll just have a chat. Manchester United team news, and then I will go into my starting lineup, my combined starting lineup for both teams, whether you're interested in that or not. So let's get started then, I guess. We will start with the form and table position of both teams. Obviously, Manchester United currently sit 8th in the Premier League table, with Tottenham sitting in 6th. Now, interestingly, both teams have scored 17 goals each so far in this Premier League season. The only difference in both teams is that Manchester United have conceded 16 and Tottenham have conceded 8. So we have conceded so far a substantial amount more than Tottenham. But I'm not too worried about that, because I will go into further detail in the video as to why I'm not worried about that. I think that you could probably argue that the games that we have conceded too many, Brentford and Manchester City, I think we were defensively just shocking that game. So I'm not too worried about that. But the most important thing is, attacking wise, we look far better on paper, and in general we look better than Tottenham in terms of attacking. So I'm not too worried about the goals conceded. So overall, in terms of recent Manchester United form, we've created a lot more chances than Tottenham in previous games. But this stat just shows the importance then of the chances. Obviously, we've scored 17 goals each, so it doesn't matter who creates more chances at the end of the day. Yes, you can say that we play probably a little bit more attacking football and the chances that we create are more because of that, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. If we're not scoring any more goals than Tottenham, then it doesn't matter whether Tottenham have scored 17 goals out of 18 chances and we've scored 17 goals out of 118 chances. That's not what the important part is. The important part is obviously the goals that you score to get you the 3 points. But I do take a little bit of comfort in knowing that we are far more attacking and far more of a threat than Tottenham are. The defensive, obviously, as I spoke before, the defensive issues probably say that Tottenham are a little bit more organised at the back. But then again, we have defenders at the moment that are in very good form. So it's difficult. In general, this is a very evenly matched game. Tottenham started their season obviously a lot better than us, but in recent games we have been a lot better than Tottenham. So yeah, it's give and go. It's give and take. It is a very evenly matched game. So both being on the same amount of points as well. Not a lot to split the sides as we speak. So in terms of recent form then, Manchester United form has been better than Tottenham in the last 5 games, picking up 3 wins in 5, and Tottenham with only 2 wins in the last 5, including last night's Champions League win. So that is encouraging for us, and it's, I think, discouraging for Tottenham. Obviously, Tottenham not only were beat by Chelsea last week, but were not at all good in that game. And I wanted to talk about that game against Chelsea a little bit, because I do think that was a really disappointing game for Tottenham. I think their performance was disappointing. It just wasn't. It was just not. There was nothing about it. There was no real real threat. There was nothing to say that, oh, we should be worried about this team. So I'm not overly worried about them. I definitely do think they're beatable. I've had a look, and Tottenham registered an XG of 0.1 against Chelsea, which is very, very, very mad. Very mad. So, and obviously we know how good Manchester United have been this season at creating chances, which I'll go into a little bit more and further on in the video as well with some stats for that. So I just want to kind of back it up as to what we think will happen on Saturday. But on paper, I think both teams are very evenly matched. In the current form that we're in, we should be able to get a win on Saturday, and I really, really do hope we do. So let's get into some interesting facts about this fixture. I thought these were really interesting, so I wanted to share them with you guys. But in total, Manchester United and Tottenham have played each other in the Premier League, or in the league, 177 times. Tottenham have won 44 of those fixtures, with United winning 90 and a draw occurring in 43 of them times. So Manchester United over the years are obviously a lot more dominant. Not in so much recent years, but over the years in total, Manchester United are a lot more dominant. I think that's pretty poor from Tottenham to be winning one more than we've had draws, but obviously Tottenham have been very up and down as a team, not had much success in terms of trophies and stuff, so it kind of does speak for itself, I guess. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting that United have won so many more than Tottenham. United have won more of those fixtures than draws and Tottenham winning in total. So unless my maths is really, really wrong, but I don't think it is. But yeah, so last time they played was obviously Tottenham beating us in the Europa League final. So hopefully, I'm hoping this will ignite something inside the players. I know there's a few players that obviously didn't play that fixture, but that was a really, really bitter result for us in a really horrible season. And we worked really, really hard as a team. And Ruben Amorim, give credit to him where credit's due, he worked really, really hard to be able to get to that final. And for us to throw it away in the way that we did was really, really disappointing. So I'm hoping that obviously the players that played that fixture will have something inside of them to think, well, yeah, we were awful that game, so let's give the fans something to kind of pay it back, and let's put our stamp on them this weekend. Or the players that did have come in the summer have a point to prove as well, of you couldn't get it over the line in the Europa League final, we'll get it over the line now. So not that should be needed. I think the positioning of both teams as it is enough to ignite any fire in anyone's belly. So I'm hoping that we can kind of use that just to push us on to spur us on to getting that result as well, because I know I want it. I know I want to be able to beat Tottenham this weekend. And obviously they've had some additions in the team as well. No one that I'm overly worried about. I think Kudus is probably their best and strongest signing. But I think he will be on, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he plays on the right. So he will be over on Luke Shaw's side. And with the form that Luke Shaw's in, I'm not overly worried about that. So we'll see what happens. But last season, Tottenham completed the double over us. So if they were to win on Saturday, this would be the first time since 1959 to 1960 season that they have beat Manchester United 3 times in a row. So I'm not sure. So obviously that doesn't include the Europa League final. So they have beat us 3 times in a row. But we're not going to count that because it's not a league fixture. But that is pretty horrific. So I hope the players know that. I hope that would go down in history as the first time since that year, and I don't want that to happen. So please God, it doesn't happen, please, because that to Tottenham will probably be a trophy. But I found this one really interesting. I'm sure you guys that are Manchester United fans as well will find this really interesting. No side has lost more Premier League matches in 2025 than Tottenham. That is crazy. That is, like, if you think the teams that we've had in the Premier League, like Wolves, if you think of the teams that we've had in the league, they should not be the team that's lost more Premier League matches in 2025. But yeah, obviously they had an awful finish last season, as well as us, I guess. But they finished below us last season. So we will take much pride in that stat and much pride in the fact that they were worse than us last season. And it was nice for us that we were so terrible last season, but we still weren't as bad as Tottenham. So if you can take something from that. So this season then, only Liverpool have had more shots in the Premier League than Manchester United, with only 3 more. So 156 Liverpool have had shots this season, and we have had 153. No side has had more shots on target than us this season, with 54. 66.7 of our shots have come from inside the box, and that is the highest ratio we have had since the 2012 to 2013 season, with only 0.1% more. So this season, 66.7% of our shots from inside the box this season, and that is the difference between the 2012 season, which was 66.8, which is also, as you are aware, the last time we won the league. So that highlights to me that, one, we are improving, and I think that's the positive to take from it, and we're creating chances. But 2, we need to start taking these chances, and I really, really hope that we do, because once we do, I think we will only go from strength to strength. So God willing, touch wood, that we do start converting a little bit more of these chances. But the structure is there. We're improving, the chances are there to create, which is the difficult part. Hopefully scoring will come with experience as well. Like, we have a very, very not inexperienced, but young striker, and I'm hoping that he will grow and learn and gain experience with this team. So we will see what happens. But I just thought that was a really, really interesting stat. I thought it was really encouraging as well. So we're getting, hopefully, back on the right track as a team. But focusing a little bit more on Manchester United team news now then. We haven't got too much team news at the moment. I haven't heard too much about Maguire, so if somebody could let me know in the comments what the situation currently is with Maguire, I would love to know from you guys. But Lisandro Martinez is nearing return from injury. Would you... So that's a good point. So he's nearing return. We're not sure whether he will be involved in the squad on Saturday, and even if he is named in the squad or whatever, I don't think he'll at all be involved because of the extent of his injury and the extent of his time off. It's probably impossible for him to be up to full match fitness, especially with a game like this where we need to I think we need to win this game. So that's what I wanted to ask you guys. Please do let me know in the comments if Lisandro Martinez is fit, bearing in mind the current form of the centre-backs that we have at the moment. Like, Lenny Yoro is performing really well, Luke Shaw's performing really well, and De Ligt is having the season of his life. Would you put Lisandro Martinez back in that team? Does he fit back in that team for you? Because I'm not too sure. I spoke about this a little bit before, but currently now it's a little bit of a headache for him. I don't know where he kind of fits in. I don't know who we push out for him. I don't think anybody deserves at the moment to be pushed out for Lisandro Martinez, but that's what I'm asking you guys. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about that situation? But Mazraoui, on a positive note, had minutes last week. Will we see him over Dalot after a poor run of performance, even though it would mean that Mazraoui would have to play on his lesser preferred side, being the left, because I am 99% sure that he is a right back. He prefers playing on the right back. In the right back position, sorry. So it would mean, like Dalot has been in the last few games, he's been pushed over to that left because we want the threat of Ahmad being able to cut in on his preferred foot, being his left foot. So would he be able to perform in that position? I think so. He has done this season, I'm sure. So I think so. And I think we're putting Dalot on that side. We should probably take the risk on Mazraoui as well, but I'm not sure that we will, because we know that Amorim... It has come out now that Amorim is family with Dalot, which that explains it all. That does explain it all. You can only be related to that man to still be playing him in this squad. I'm joking. Well, I'm joking. Joking, not joking, sorry, not sorry type situation. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Mazraoui. Would you guys put Mazraoui straight back in? Would you start Mazraoui on Saturday? Or is it still a little bit of a risk for you? I'm not too sure. I don't think it's a risk. Or even if it is a risk, Dalot's a risk anyway. So no risk, no reward. But we'll see, we'll see. And I just wanted to mention... So this is the last point of my Manchester United news. I just wanted to mention, obviously, last week we couldn't get the 3 points over the line against Forest, but Amad Diallo scoring that wonderful, wonderful goal was obviously a really, really positive point. I took it as a really, really positive point. I was really happy for him. He's had a tough time of late with personal issues and stuff like that. But why is it now? Now, this is obviously a talking point, and I want you guys to let me know what you think. But why is it now that people are, after seeing Amad score, saying he shouldn't be in this position? He should be further up the pitch. We miss Amad's goal threat. Last season and the season before, Amad was further up the pitch. And yes, he was a goal threat. But I think, why would you change it now just because you've seen that goal? You've seen that goal, and yeah, obviously that goal was important, it got us the point. But why would you change it now just because you've seen that? It should, in my opinion, that whole situation should be left alone. Amad is still very much involved in our attacking football. You can see that in every single game that we've played this season. Amad has chances. Amad is very attacking. Amad is trusted in the attack. Amad is sometimes the only one in the attack. Like the Amad goal, well, not the Amad goal, but the Mbeumo goal against Liverpool was Amad. It was Amad in his attacking positions. I don't know why we have to, as a fan base, we're always unhappy with something. Like, just take that Amad scored a wonderful goal. He's having a really good season. In general, I don't think anybody could tell me that Amad is having a poor season at all, because he's not. But he's changed his game, and I prefer it. I genuinely prefer it. He's really adapting to that defensive position. He's covering really, really well. I don't know why we have to change that. I think he's actually slotting in really well. And yeah, it's sad for him that people are saying, because he's not getting to score as many goals. But as a team, that's not what matters. It doesn't matter how many goals Amad scores. It matters how he performs in the team that we need to get to score goals. This is what always bugs me about our fan base sometimes, is it's all individual. It's all like, oh, but this individual's not fair on this individual. This individual's being played in the wrong. Our team looks good. The structure of our team is improving. Our results are improving. Our organisation is improving. Why do you always have to change it? Why? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it, and I don't want to rant, because that's not what this is about. It's a pre-match show for Tottenham, but it just bugs me. Would you? Please do let me know if you would change Amad's position. But why fix it if it's not broke? He's had the chances, but. He has had chances, we have all seen that. He's had chances, but he's been through a lot personally as well. And I don't think we should, one, put so much pressure on him, and two, change something that's working. Like, us as a team don't score enough chances. It's not Amad individually. It's not, oh, yeah, but if you play Amad further up and you do this and do that and do the other, all of that is irrelevant. The team is currently playing in a really, we're okay. I feel like we're improving. But yeah, I had to get that point across, because I just don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Right, so let's move on to the combined starting 11. This is my combined starting 11. Obviously, not everyone will agree with this, and it probably is a little bit biased to Manchester United. I will admit to that. But this is what, in my personal opinion, I would go for. Obviously, I want to do this section because I want you guys to let me know what your starting 11 would be, if it's the same as mine, if there's any changes, and why that might be. So, I have gone for Sen Lamens in goal, because I think he's in really good form. He looks like a really good keeper. I think we're all probably aware of the difference, I think, there between both keepers. So I would go with Lamens, probably a little bit biased, but I think he's in really good form. He's a really promising keeper, so I'm going to go for him. And yeah, he has been performing really well. His saves and overall game performances have been really good, so I will stand by that. So right back then, I've gone Pedro Porro. I think that he's a really good attacking threat. He's a strong fullback. He does the right things. He is, yeah, I think he's solid. So I've gone for Pedro Porro at right back over well, we don't really play with a right back, do we? But yeah, Pedro Porro in there for me. Right-sided centre-back, I've gone for De Ligt. I think De Ligt is in the form of his life, definitely his Manchester United life this season, and I hope that it continues on Saturday. So I couldn't pick anyone over De Ligt, unfortunately. But this one is a little bit controversial, and this is probably where as well my bias comes into it. But I have gone for my left-sided centre-back. I have put Luke Shaw in there, and obviously there will be a lot of arguments for Van de Ven. I'm completely aware of that. I just, in my probable Manchester United bias, I cannot drop Luke Shaw because I think that he is he's having a really good season. He's had a really good few run of games. He looks like he's getting better each game as well. He's getting stronger, he's getting fitter. So I just can't drop Luke Shaw, I just can't. And I apologise, that probably offends some people, but I just can't. And that's the beauty of it. This is my starting 11, my combined starting 11. So would you keep Luke Shaw in yours? Do let me know. If you're a Manchester United fan, would you keep Luke Shaw in yours? If you're a Tottenham fan, you probably wouldn't. Let me know what you would do in that situation. Is it Van de Ven? Is it Luke Shaw? Let me know. But in left back then, I've gone Jed Spence. Just because the left back position for Manchester United is very inconsistent. I don't even know who I would have in that conversation. So I've gone Jed Spence, and I think that he would probably pick that up anyway, to be fair, because he is a really good player, and Tottenham should definitely try and keep hold of him. But next, so sorry, I didn't even mention, in this combined 11, I've gone for 4-2-3-1. So next then, in my flat two, I've gone Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. That is probably going to be very controversial as well, but that is my opinion. I've gone with them both. I think Casemiro is in really good form. He's doing exactly what's asked of him, and I think Bruno is just that player that can switch it on at any moment, and he's always going to be a game changer for us especially, and so I would definitely pick Bruno and Casemiro there. So next then, my attacking midfielders, I have put Mbeumo on the right side, because Mbeumo is the best signing of the summer, so I've gone for him. I don't think I have to even argue the case for Mbeumo. I've gone for Cunha in the front, well, the attacking midfielders as well. So Matheus Cunha in there for me, and it's probably an argument between Cunha and Xavi Simons, but I've seen probably a little bit more of Cunha that I'm happy with. So Cunha's slotted in there for me, and then I've gone Kudus as well up there, because I think he is a really good talent, and although his form probably has dropped off a little bit, I think he's a great player, and that will always overcome that. So form is temporary, class is permanent. And then up top then, I have gone for Richarlison. Joking! I have not gone for Richarlison. The only argument I had in this situation is, obviously we've got, at Manchester United, we've got Benjamin Sesko, who is probably still adapting to life in the Premier League. So my only argument I've gone for here is that Manchester United have created more chances and have had more shots. And the whole game against Chelsea was absolutely poor, so I think that I've had to favour Manchester United's striker over Tottenham's, just because we get more joy in that position, and although we might not score more goals in that position, and overall we've not scored any more goals than Tottenham, we create more chances. So that's the only argument that I've had for that. So I have gone Benjamin Sesko in my number 9 position. So that wraps it up then. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm really looking forward to the game on Saturday. I hope that we can get the win. I really do think we need it, and obviously we have another stupid, ugly international break after this game on Saturday. So let's look forward to it. Let's enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate everything that you guys do to help the channel, and that never goes unnoticed. I will be live for the watch along on Saturday. I'll probably be live from about 12 o'clock, so we can go through team news and lineups and stuff like that then. So please do join me from 12 o'clock on Saturday morning or afternoon or whatever it is, and we will watch the game together, and we'll have a good chat and see what happens, I guess. Hopefully get 3 points. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all on Saturday. If not, I will see you guys very soon. Take care.